No doubt at all. Never a doubt.
Didn't sweat.
The Detroit Tigers take game 1 from the Astros. Tarek Skubal, 7 innings, scoreless pitch. He got a little roughed up. He got hit on the wrist, but he was fine. His knee was bothering him a little bit, but he was fine. He powered through it, took care of business, and then you hand it over the bullpen. Things got a little dicey there in the 9th with Jason Foley and then Bo Brisky, but they took care of business. A big, big, big win for the Detroit Tigers because the team that wins game 1 of this wild card series wins the series over 87% of the time. You love that. Now you've got a piece up. We expect Reese Olson is probably going to be the opener tomorrow. Broder said maybe you put Tyler Holton as the opener tomorrow, depending on what their lineup looks like, and then give it over to Reese. But we'll see. We'll see when the lineups come out. All I know is the Tigers have won a postseason game. The Tigers are the first team in the MLB to win a postseason baseball game this year. The Detroit Tigers. That was dead. They were dead. And now they're back. They're winning games. They're taking care of business. And they won in Houston against one of the teams that is the most battle-tested in these MLB playoffs. They took care of business. You got the better pitcher. Your team shelled Framber Valdez, got him out of the game early. Just a beautiful, beautiful win for the Detroit Tigers.
Nick?
How about them, baby?
How about them
How
Tigers?
about them Tigers, boys? The gritty Tigs. And I want to highlight just a couple of things here. I mean, you got to start with Skubal. Your ace, the Cy Young winner, just shows up right here in the biggest spot in the biggest game and sets the tone for the rest of these playoffs. That's how you go out there as the ace and you put the team on your back, even though he did get a little banged up. Another guy I want to highlight here, the guy he was pitching the ball to, Jake Rogers, who got traded from the Houston Astros in the Justin Verlander deal. Showed up big today.
Huge
2
game.
hits, 1 RBI, 1 run. My MVP of the game, Jake Rogers, and he's caught every single Tariq Skubal start. He makes him look great, goddammit. Let's go, Tigers.
He does. Huge, huge game from the veteran in this lineup.
Yeah.
The gray bush in this lineup. Jake Rogers, a whole 7 years, not even in the MLB, 5 years maybe, but he is the veteran. He is the tenured guy. You love to see this. You love to see the Tigers taking care of business. It's just amazing, man. The Detroit Tigers have won a playoff baseball game. If you told that to somebody 3 months ago, they would have looked at you like a lunatic. If you would have said the Detroit Tigers are going to win games in the postseason this year. They just keep getting it done, man. The gritty Tigs.
Gritty Tigs are up against it today. Obviously, they were the underdogs, but still, that lefty lineup somehow pulled through. I know that was a big concern of yours yesterday. Again tomorrow, though, because as you said, they got another lefty starting tomorrow. But it is what it is. I was looking at the faces, because I know Altuve was up next. I was looking at the faces of these Astros on the way out after the final out, and they're just like, almost like just a little bit disgusted, a little bit disbelief. Like, these mother effers.
It's
these
amazing.
Gritty Tigs.
Now the entire pressure is on the Astros. You can't lose. You're the Astros to this Tigers team that's not supposed to be there. When you got when you got Justin Henry Malloy in the 2-hole to start game 1. You got Andy Ibanez hitting, cleanup to start game 1. Well, you can't lose that team. You're the Astros. You got the Bregmans. You got the Alvarezes. You got the Altuves. You can't lose to Jake Rogers and Wenzel Perez putting daggers in your fucking heart. I love it, dude. This team, it emulates what Detroit is. We don't give up. We're not the biggest. We're not the baddest. But we're gonna punch you in the mouth until the last out. And you got, like Nick said, Jake Rogers, his MVP. My MVP was Wenzel Perez, another guy with 2 hits. A big showing for the kid in his first playoff game. I mean, first playoff game for damn near everybody on this roster, except for Matt Vierling and a couple of the pitchers. But it's just crazy. It's awesome seeing these guys work. Chris, how's your first Tigers game ever watched?
Well, I mean, I'm a savant. You don't have to watch it when you know it, but I was impressed. I was impressed, man. It was electric. You know, I make the jokes about not being a baseball guy, but in truth, I just haven't seen it. And experiencing that with the fellas, you could feel it through the TV. You could feel it in the room. Shout out to everybody in the chat. It was a great atmosphere. I was even tuning in at work, so it was great, man. On to the next one. I love it. This might be the pinnacle year for me as a Detroit sports fan. When you think of everything you got going on, all the expectations for all the teams, it feels like it's lining up beautifully, and I love it.
This is going to be the best year in the history of Detroit sports. Because as much as, you can put Michigan in there too. Michigan won the Natty.
Boo.
Lions are going to win a Super Bowl. Yeah. Tigers are going to win the World Series. Red Wings are going to be in the Cup Finals. Like, it's just...
Here come the Pistons.
Pistons are going to maybe not be last in the East.
They're going to play basketball.
Yeah, they're hopefully not going to be last in the East. But, oh, man, it's just... Hopefully this does go through to the Red Wings and the Pistons because you hear them talking about it. You saw all the Red Wings in there for the clinching game. You heard Cade Cunningham talking about it in his press conference
he's
for
always
media
at the
day.
games too.
Yeah, and he knows what this city can be like when you have a winner. Like, imagine that in LCA.
Yeah.
If the Tiger, I don't have a lot of high hopes for the Pistons. I expect them to be fun to watch this year, but I expect the Red Wings to make the playoffs. So it's going to be electric all year long in Detroit for sports, man. This is awesome.
It's definitely going to be a great year.
Just real quick, all of these teams have bottomed out in the past. We've seen it through the Lions, through obviously the Tigers for the last 10 years, the Red Wings, and the Pistons. And for all of these teams to be on the up and up at the same time, this Detroit Tigers run, every single person and player in the city is feeling what these Detroit Tigers are doing. Cade Cunningham at the game. Yes. You saw the Red Wings at the game. All of these players are young, and they're building off each other. You saw these guys at those Red Wings games in the past. This whole entire city is behind each other right now, and honestly, you can feel something special going down specifically with this Tiger team, like the team of destiny right now.
How about the unsung MVP for literally the Tigers season this year? Tyler Holton. And then offensively, Wencel Perez. The Tigers would not be in the playoffs without those two guys. Tyler Holton has been one of the best pitchers in the American League. Wencel Perez, if he didn't get hurt in the middle of the season, he would be the American League Rookie of the Year. Like, it's just insane that these two guys come up, play such an impactful role, leading to wins, leading to success, even in the playoffs. You see it. AJ Hinch isn't trying to be brand new in these playoffs. He's doing what got them there. He is using the weapons that got them there. He's putting guys in favorable situations, and they're taking advantage of it. Our guy, Andy Ibanez, he's been drier than shit the past 2 weeks. He's been cold, and he gets out there because it's a lefty. Kerry Carpenter cannot hit lefties. You put him out there, and he gets a hit. He gets a rip double down the line. Like, it's just AJ Hinch playing the spot, knowing his guys, and putting them in situations where they can have the most success. He is the best manager in baseball, and it's just proven. He won that game. What did I say? Going into any single matchup the Detroit Tigers would see in the playoffs.
Pitching.
They had the best
manager.
Starting pitcher and the best manager in every single matchup, and we saw it in full effect today. Tariq Skubal looked unhittable, and AJ Hinch made the moves late. That a little scary, but the way he set the lineup early got us that win.
Where Tariq avoided a couple in the third. He got saved a little bit there.
Yeah.
But just Hinch, though, just to speak on my confidence in him as a manager is like, not only is he pulling all the right strings, but the moment's also not too big for him because he's been there. He's won a title before.
Yes.
So it's not like he'll be shy from making these moves because they feel like gutsy calls or just like the change up that's constantly happening. No, he's not going to shy away from that at all. He's in it to win it, and I've been saying this the entire way through. Like, the hot team is the way to go in baseball, and that's what the Tigers are right now. Yeah, you almost saw in their face, and I know the series is far from over. There's 2 more games to go. But just the looks on the Astros' faces again after that final out, they're kind of just like, fuck.
The Tigers are walking up.
You don't want to be down 0-1 against this team.
No, dude, you're not going to beat them twice. You're not going to beat this team twice. You're walking into a team that is playing with the most confidence out of any sports team ever.
They don't even know who's
now.
pitching tomorrow.
Yes.
It's not they can even like, oh yeah, this guy throws this. You know what I'm saying? We don't fucking know.
Nope.
Like, that's beautiful. Nick?
Yeah, I just think that this has just been such an unbelievable run, and you think about tomorrow, and you think about who's going to step up in that game, and whoever it may be, I just trust AJ Hinch to put him in the best position to do so. As Spencer said, you're starting Justin Henry Malloy starting
in the 2-hole.
And he got
in
one.
the 2-hole?
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about? Every single button that AJ presses is the right one, and you saw it late. You see Foley obviously have some trouble in that 9th inning, but who does he call upon? Bo effing Brisky to get you out of it, which he does. Like, it's just incredible that the run and the strategic advantage that we have on every single other team.
It's like those movies where, like, the pilot faints or passes away, and some random passer has to go and press all the right buttons to get it landed. Yeah. That's what AJ Hinch's done this season. The plane was fucking crashing. He's like, fuck, let me just do this one.
AJ Hinch is literally an anime character when, like, the big bad guy's like, I knew you'd fall into this trap, so this is what, and he's like,
starts laughing.
Exactly what I was expecting. and he made the move. Shout out to, I saw it in the chat, a couple people talking about him. Let me Huron Mark M and the Shaquille O'Neal talking about Will Vest. Will Vest came in there for 1 2/3 innings and struck out 4. Like, the dude was lighting people up, ringing people up. He might look crazy, but he's crazy good when he's on the mound, dude. Shout out to Will Vest and Jose Altuve. Eat shit. Like, eat shit, Jose Altuve. You're a cheater. You don't deserve good things. Me and Maz were telling him to plunk him in the ribs every time he came up to the bat. But you handled Jose Altuve is huge. You handled...
We have a couple pitches that look crazy.
You handled
Foley, too.
Jordan... Yeah, Nick Foley does too. You handled Jordan Alvarez for the most part. Kept him inside the ballpark. You handled Kyle Tucker. Diaz was... he was 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts at one point. Like, amazing performance by the Tigers pitching staff. Minus Jason Foley, but it's all right. Didn't hurt us.
When I talked about who we want in the playoffs, I said I wasn't scared of Houston for one reason. AJ knows how to attack all of these hitters because he was their manager for so long. Like, that's why I really thought that this was actually a good matchup.
That's a great point.
And maybe us kind of sailing it in the last Saturday and Sunday of the season, I don't know, man. Maybe AJ wanted to go back to Houston. Maybe he thought that that was the best matchup for this Detroit Tigers team.
You're looking at this guy and how well he knows this team of young guys. If you guys can call up freshly and put him in the right spots, he for damn sure knows that team and their weaknesses. And I'm kind of with you on that one, Nick. Like, that is a favorable matchup in our favor because of him.
Yeah, he's got the knowledge for sure. We do got to go to break, though. We'll be back. We're going to talk some Tigers, and we're going to get into the Lions.
What a fucking game.
One of the best games I've ever seen.
What a game for
One of the best football games I've ever seen. It was so much fun to watch. Chris, what's the read?
We got Lady Jane's and second best, starting with Lady Jane's.
Let me find Lady Jane's real fast because I know we got a
Lady Jane's.
All right, Lady Jane's. Walk into any Lady Jane's haircuts for men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a $20 haircut special, a scalp massage, a hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Take advantage of our $20 haircut coupon special. Just scan the QR code on the screen to get your coupon today. Lady Jane's haircuts for men, open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. Lady Jane's haircuts for men, it's wicked awesome.
And you know where the best pre-game show is for every home game in Detroit? It's at Second Best Bar, located at 42 Watson Street for the ultimate fan experience. Enjoy some smooth Tullamore Dew Irish whiskey while catching the Woodward Sports pre-game show. Only at Second Best Bar in Detroit. Come get some.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
Have you ever thought about volunteering but don't know where to start? Start the Salvation Army's Red Kettle campaign. Visit registertoring.com to sign up for shifts. You have an option to choose a 2-hour session at a physical Red Kettle site or participate in a virtual bell ringing shift to raise funds from the comfort of your own home. Virtual bell ringers can sign up and begin raising funds at any time. Traditional bell ringing begins Friday, November 7th and runs through Christmas Eve, excluding Thanksgiving and Sundays. To sign up to volunteer for shifts, it's registertoring.com.
Hey.
Hey.
Who really won the
back,
Justin
welcome
Verlander
back.
trade?
All right.
Because Verlander's sitting on the bench, not even in the lineup. Jake Rogers out there ripping the Astro. I'm just kidding. But a little thing, an unsung hero of this game, Spencer Torkelson in the field. He made a couple
that one.
very nice plays at first base to stop balls from dropping or to see the last play, the final out. Jason Hayward ripped that ball down the first baseline, and luckily Torkelson was positioned right, and he made the play on it. He had a couple nice plays at first today to get some outs.
Yeah, where's that when he ran all the way back out there? Was that in the fourth?
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yep.
That was a nice play, too. He's had a couple of them just on this run, just in general.
Yeah, Spencer Torkelson, this whole team is playing with confidence, and it's just fun to watch. We don't know who we're going to see for the Tigers tomorrow. We talked maybe Olsen, maybe you give it to Holton to start the game.
Is there a preference in your...
I'd rather have Holton or have Olsen go out there. I'd rather keep Holton for later inning situations, but we'll see.
Yeah, I like Holton going up against those lefties to start, even though Altuve would obviously be their leadoff hitter. But when you think about Jordan and Kyle Tucker and limiting them, I think having Holton to knock them out early, maybe you try to gain some momentum early in this game by shutting them down and obviously putting up some runs on offense. And then I would like to see Reese Olson after that.
Yeah, but
It's going to be such a crazy playoffs.
I feel like
Just
using
bullpen
Holton
day
for
after
just one
bullpen day.
inning.
He's one of the best weapons in the league.
Yeah.
When it comes down to it, when you need him in a big spot, he will show up. So I am with you on that, but I mean, it's all hands on deck this game. I've seen it in the chat. Everybody, when you get a new shiny toy, you want to use them. And
Job,
Jackson
people are saying Job.
People
To
are saying
start?
Job in the chat. Not to start,
start.
but
You got him in there.
you think he pitches in this next game?
It depends.
I could see him in
It
closeout.
depends. I don't know. If it's a close game, no. We're not going to see him if it's a one-run game. Or if they're taking care of business.
They kept him on this roster.
Yeah, they did. And he's nasty.
4 innings, no runs.
And we already saw, in game, I mean, obviously it doesn't matter if they only pitched one inning like that in game one, but we saw Holton and Vest and Brisky and Foley
That's what I'm saying.
all in game one.
I wouldn't be
He's gonna play
surprised if he
tomorrow.
gets an inning.
I would not be surprised if he gets an inning or two tomorrow.
What, you're acting nervous about it? You sound
I
nervous
mean, he's a
about it.
rookie, man.
Yeah, he's 22.
He's gotten what?
How did the second time out?
4 innings of work so far in his career. Like,
I'm not going to lie. After they clinched, I kind of fell off and tuning in. I know he played again. How'd he do?
he
3
threw
innings.
3 scoreless.
Yeah, bro, he's good.
I just dude.
Yeah, we're good.
Imagine the
Only guy
sight.
would be nervous. He goes against
of
Altuve.
yeah, bro, a 1-run game. You got Jackson Job on the mound pitching to Jordan Alvarez in the playoffs of a elimination game. Like,
Yeah.
dude, the Tigers are back, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, look on their faces over there. It was like the series is already over.
Guess who's even more worried about the Astros losing game 2 than the Astros?
Who?
Cleveland fucking Guardians.
Yeah.
They're shaking in their boots right now because they don't want to see these fucking Tigers. I'll tell you that, dude.
The other part, by the way, Detroit Tigers fans taking over Minute Maid Park today.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Cleveland, even closer to home, we're taking over there too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I'll
We
try
got
to-
the best
Take
sports
over your trap.
fans come from the state of Michigan. Just hands
Absolutely.
down. What are you saying?
I said, walk in your trap, take over your trap.
That's,
And we'll get a home playoff game
yeah.
in the next series. If still got to take care of business.
Yeah.
Astros are the number one. You got to worry about that first.
Yeah.
But man,
We're thinking about the Tigers aren't.
you think
They're
Tigers are
definitely
not.
not,
No, they are.
They're shitting
they
their
are
pants
locked
alone.
in.
Yeah. 10 rookies in their roster. They're definitely locked in to the Astros
But
right
look
now.
at some of the guys that
And the names on the Astros roster too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're locked in.
I'm surprised they put Blanco out there in game 1. That was really surprising to me. They gave him a lot of work, too.
Second best ERA in the AL,
Yeah.
Blanco.
I thought he was going to start game 2.
Yeah, I've had him on the fantasy team all year. He's been dominant.
He's been very good this year.
Yeah, that was actually extremely surprising, and it seemed like they kind of pulled out all the stops as well when you think about it. Josh Hader, late,
Yeah.
you got to see. So,
Yes.
And that's a dominant lefty to go up against these young lefty hitters. So that is a big spot. I mean, obviously, you're probably going to see him game 2 and game 3 if it gets down to it because he's so electric.
Oh,
but
he's going to pitch.
that's why I think it's going to be crucial, like they did today, to get out to early leads. So you're not depending on, a rookie lefty going up against one of the best lefty pitchers, of the last 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
That's why it's going to be big to get ahead early.
Yeah. And I mean, like you said, if you start with Holton, then you got Brisky and you got Vest in there that you could bring in to just kill people down in. Everybody that was coming out of that Tigers bullpen was throwing 100 miles an hour today.
Gas.
Everybody. Vest was touching it.
Brisky
touched on her. Obviously, Jason Foley. It's just awesome, man. It's awesome stuff.
Suyu.
Yeah,
Suyu. Joe
Suyu?
can throw better than Bum Foley, so we're alalready calling Foley Bum. No negativity.
Suyu is a known racist and a known hater. So take what Suyu says lately.
Oh, what do you say?
No, he gets really really hard, really fast. Pause on these guys. If someone has a bad play, he calls him a bum. That's his whole shtick. But he's got a point. Foley did not look good.
So he was known racist.
He is.
That's crazy.
He is. Jason Foley did not look good. Like, I'm not trying to defend him at all. He needs to just throw strikes. That's what got you here. That's what the Tigers pitching has been all year. You've been pounding the strike zone, attacking hitters. You need to keep throwing strikes.
Yeah, you need to get that sinker, that power sinker going again that we've seen out of Foley all year when he's been at his best, but we've kind of seen him go through some ups and downs this season already. He started extremely hot out of the bullpen, then he went down. His velo actually came down a little bit throughout the summer, and then he started to get it back closer to the fall here. And I think he just needs to stick to his guns, and it's that power sinker down low, getting ground balls, soft contact. That's what Foley's at his best. And if he comes back out in this series, that's what I want to specifically see out of Foley.
Yeah.
Would you be surprised to see Hannafy out there tomorrow?
No, I would not. I mean, it depends on the situation. Hannafy has been damn good for this team down the stretch. Is Gunther on the roster? Did he make the roster? I'm sure he did.
I don't know how to see the playoff roster.
No Montero on the playoff roster was. That just means they're going a lot of bullpen days, man. You got 2 starters on the roster right now.
And
Can you switch that up like per series or no?
Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
But I'm thinking that's why, like, we called for it. That's why I think Job could get some innings tomorrow. I really do.
They did not put him in the
Especially
playoff roster. Does not use him for this series, specifically.
Exactly. And Spenny, we said, like, can you trust him in that spot? We don't know yet. He's 22 years old, but I do. His stuff plays at the big league level. He's had the firepower and the slider to literally play in the big leagues since he's been drafted. He just had to hone in on his craft, which I believe Jackson Jobe has at this point. We talked about it, 4 innings. I would not be surprised to see him in a big spot come tomorrow.
Yeah.
Especially that changeup away to lefties. Like
the slider he's got that we talked
fucking
about, it's
start
got
him
over
tomorrow.
3,000 RPM. Like, they're not going to start him tomorrow. I mean,
You
here's
can't-
Altuve, Tucker, and Alvarez. Have fun.
I mean, even if they did, bro, I'm not questioning anything Hinge is doing at this point. Like, you just can't. The madness this run has been. Everybody on this team contributing too.
It's
Obviously,
insane.
certain guys go cold for a minute, like you said, Abania's there, but like everyone's played their part in it. Riley Green with another big one today too.
Yeah,
obviously to capitalize on it, but like I didn't expect that.
He needed that.
Braylon, crazy bastard, betted a home run.
Braylon missed about $1,500 by about 10 feet.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Our boy Pete though.
Pete Cash.
Pete smacked.
Shout out to Pete.
Pete smacked.
Shout out Pete.
This guy over here.
Yeah.
He made 9 for 9 last night.
Went 9 for 9 last night.
That's insane.
Lights out.
I got bit in the ass by Monty.
Yeah, I had Monty first touchdown, Monty anytime touchdown, Jameer over, J-Mo over, Kirby interception. That was my 5 straight bets.
The Kirby interception was the craziest one, and the way it played out too, it being the final
Right
play
at the
of the fucking game.
It was amazing.
That was insane.
And then I had the parlay of Geno Smith over 9.5 rushing yards, Kenneth Walker over 2.5 receptions, JMO over receiving yards and Lions money line, and that hit as well. Plus 918.
Let's pay some bills.
Let's pay some bills.
Come back and talk about them lines.
Chris, what do we got?
We got Randy Wise. Golf with the guys.
Randy Wise, Automotive Team Celebrity Golf Tour, guys. How would you like for the opportunity to golf with Braylon Edwards, Darren McCarty, maybe a little Calvin Johnson? Scan the QR code above my head or go to woodwardsports.com and find a Randy Wise logo. It's Randy Wise, Automotive Team Celebrity Golf Tour. And next time you're choosing your new vehicle, don't be like those other guys. Choose Randy Wise.
Thank you to the Detroit Lions and Sheila Ham for the best season in Lions history. Now it's time to let Brad Holmes cook. Woodward Sports.
To prove that you can get just as strong at Planet Fitness, we're seeing if people can tell the difference between our 75-pound dumbbell and a 75-pound dumbbell from an overpriced competitor gym. Okay, the old flick test, that never fails.
There's literally no difference.
Plus, you can save $28 or more when you join today. Wow.
Why would I pay more to lift the same weights?
It's the Planet Fitness Strong Choice Sale. Save $28 or more. Join for $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends October 10th. Planet Fitness. Light price, strong choice.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza is debuting their signature wings just in time for football season. They got 7 different flavors, so you know they have your favorite. Make sure you go check them out. They are delicious, honestly. I've had the lemon pepper, the buffalo, and the honey barbecue. All of them are just fantastic. If you want wings for your football game, find them at Soroki's. Go to Sorokis.com to find a location near you.
What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever Waits Live on woodwardsports.com.
What up, though?
Joined by Spimo Rex, Young Chris, Nicholas Kohloff, a.k.a. Microwave Nick. Smash that like button. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Share the stream. All right, Spinny, you asked it already on Twitter. I want to ask the audience, because I saw some people going at you with some recency bias. You said this is one of the best games. The best game.
This is one of the best games I've seen.
No, you said the best game.
Yeah.
Which is fair. Categorized as one of, because it's for sure one of. But I don't think I'm off the top of my head.
First of all, me going 9 for 9 in my bets definitely plays a factor.
Okay, there's a bias.
There is a bias. But just the explosive plays, the trick plays, you had the Philly to Goff, you had the David Montgomery, that is my favorite NFL play, singular play I've ever seen. Was that David Montgomery catch and run.
Oh,
that was insane. Yeah. You had the big JMO touchdown. You had the defense, a battle between Carlton Davis and DK Metcalf all game. Kenneth Walker running wild, making things happen, going back and forth on Monday night. This was one of the most entertaining games I've watched in a long time.
It was very entertaining. And somehow, although we should have felt that we had the control like most of the way through because we were up by double scores, but it still felt like a little bit of a back and forth. Like you were nervous at any given moment. And because the Seattle team is just giving us fits every single year. I'm pretty sure we got a lead on them last year and we ended up letting it go. But yeah I want to start there actually. The shot heard around the world. Mm-hmm. Dave Montgomery just lowering his shoulder. I mean, the laws of physics defy what he did. He defied science last night. Devin Witherspoon?
Devon Witherspoon had like a four-step running start.
Yeah, one of the quicker guys, one of the most well-known quarterbacks in the league.
Physical
younger
dude.
Guys. Fucking bounced off the floor like he's dribbling a basketball.
Yes.
Like he was shooting an and one commercial. That was insane.
It was amazing.
It made no sense. All he did was put his shoulder down.
He absolutely
wasn't even running
yet. David Montgomery is a grown-ass man. David Montgomery has a mortgage. David Montgomery pays his bills. David Montgomery, he probably stresses over stuff. He probably packs his kids' lunch, the night before.
He hates driving in traffic.
He hates driving in traffic. David Montgomery loves waking up and drinking a cup of coffee, looking out on his porch in the morning because he is a grown-ass man. And we just saw that. He absolutely sunned Devin Witherspoon. This guy had Devin Witherspoon, Devin Schmelan, whatever your name is. Looking at this guy, had David Montgomery in his sights, running head start, ready to make the tackle. As soon as D-Mon catches the ball, shouldered his face into the turf. It was just Such a beautiful hit. Then he stays off his feet, breaks a couple more tackles, and has a catch and run for 30 or 40 yards or whatever it was. Just, David Montgomery, you are him, sir. You are him.
Him getting up, too, was like, he even looked like he was a little woozy.
Yeah.
Trying to get up and recover from that one. Like, David Montgomery might have concussed that man. NFL might have missed out on one right there.
Yeah.
But I just love it. I watched, I don't watch the entire segment. I just watched the Dave Montgomery piece because the Detroit Lions retweeted it on Twitter. And it was Kyle Brandt. He does the angry runs on Good Morning
shout
Football.
out Kyle Brandt. Used my tweet
just,
a couple times.
He was just like, yo, Dave, you're ruining this for me. Every week, you've become a candidate for angry runs. And there is no other run. I've watched Red Zone this week. There's not a single run that's going to beat that one for angry runs.
He won it.
He won it. Okay.
Yeah.
Today?
Yep.
Yeah. Deservingly so. Like, he is the man. And he came in. We've been telling you guys this all year, too. This year's personal to him, and he's been playing that way. I love it. It's this run for me for the Detroit Lions is not over yet. We're going to cash in that Super Bowl for damn sure. But it's just so cool seeing, like, one of our guys just, like, hitting that lower, I guess. Like, he's hitting that Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah. Oh,
like,
yeah.
Fuck. Everyone's like,
I don't want to tackle this guy.
Yes. Everyone's thinking of Dave Montgomery that way. It's not like he's new or we drafted him. Like, he's been in the league for a minute, and so he's busted his ass getting a shine with this team. It's not necessarily all the offensive line like it was Jamal Williams either. Like yesterday, that was nothing to do with the offensive line.
That was him.
I mean, Taylor had a nice block for him like afterward, but like it's him making plays. Even the touchdown they had last night, they tackled him in the backfield. He said, nah. I mean, he's look at this touchdown right quick.
Yeah.
I love this running back room, and that doesn't even. Jameer Gibbs had a hell of a night last night too.
He did. He made plays. He was running extremely well. Shout out to Graham Glasgow.
Yes.
And Yodi Osaka. I'm sorry, I probably butcher your name every time I say it, but
I
Yodi,
just say KO to be safe.
Yodi and Graham in the middle. I tweeted out there. I said, "No Frank, no problem." Just kidding. I love you, Frank. Please get healthy.
Yeah.
Because like you want Frank Ragnow
Relax.
in there, obviously. But those guys, they stepped up big, man. And I know there was no Leonard Williams, there was no Byron Murphy. It was some backups on that Seahawks defensive line, but they took care of business. They kept Goff clean in the pocket so he could literally throw a perfect game. We're gonna get into that. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But those guys in the middle of that interior offensive line stepped up big time.
Yeah, I just read a comment in the Woodward Sports chat. Let me actually go and see who said this one. I believe it was 14 Grit. I apologize. No, here on Mark. Shout out. Gibbs is electric, but Monty sets a tone.
Yes.
Rough dudes up, and then he has to break away speed. You're absolutely correct.
Monty's a playoff man.
Interesting.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Two
Things you take on the road with you is defense and the run game.
Yes.
We got one.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't even think the defense was that bad last night. I mean, I understand Geno Smith with 395 yards on 56 attempts, bro. 56 attempts. Let's keep that in there. And the other part too is like, K9 broke off for a few of them, but they weren't really running the ball extremely well against us. It's just K9 was making plays, and that's the part of me too. I hate when people can't like credit another professional team for like making plays. Like Geno did have a good game. I'm not going to discount that. K9 had a good game. I'm not going to discount that. I'm not shitting on our defense or AG when somebody makes a play. That's the beauty of this game sometimes. Guys just make shit happen.
Yeah.
And that's what you saw last night. But also the PIs. I'm not bitching about the secondary either. Maybe we could save this for a whole other segment, but like, keep playing that way. It's such ticky-tack bullshit half the time.
Yeah.
I saw a play where Terry Arnold broke up a pass, I believe it was on Tyler Lockett, and then the following play that threw a flag on Carlton Davis for the same type of coverage on DK Metcalf. There's zero consistency. As even a Detroit Lions fan, I'll admit to you, they got that 2-point conversion. Like, DK was in. I don't know. Like waking up this morning and seeing those pictures, that was crazy.
Yeah.
It was because they accepted the offensive pass interference, or they just called it no good. I mean, I don't know what happened there.
I have no idea. I have no idea what happened. They didn't review it. It looked like he was in on that 2-point conversion.
The officiating this year so far has been shit.
Terrible.
Blasphemous.
Terrible.
Awful.
Around the whole entire league, it's been god-awful. I mean, these Lions games, you think about that Bucs games, how many times were those cornerbacks and those safeties getting to our guys early? No calls. And then it's just the complete opposite for a guy like Terrion Arnold. But when I talk about this secondary, I want to highlight one guy that wasn't on the field. Yeah, they were making a bunch of plays, but we didn't have our, absolute
best player in our
dog
secondary.
in Brian Branch.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to overreact at all. Brian Branch would make a lot of those hits and tackles when it comes to K9 in the run game. So I'm not too worried about our secondary at all.
Oh,
That's a
we
great
got
point.
We got people in the chat
Yes, sir.
talking about who they want to hear. They said Easy mentions Jack Campbell. Easy mentions Tim Patrick.
We got to talk to Jack Campbell. Or
Jack
Tim
Campbell,
Patrick?
Tim Patrick.
Jack Campbell actually had a
Jack
game.
Campbell had a game.
Like, let's not act like Jack Campbell ain't worthy of some praise last night.
Yeah.
That fumble, it was a back and forth game now, and that fumble that he caused. And by the way, watching it from like I was outside, getting a little wasty, smoking some smoke. I thought he knocked the ball out with his hand. No,
Yeah.
he literally knocked the fucking ball.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he knocked DK.
He cracked DK
Dude,
Metcalf.
he took like 2 years off his life. I watched it leave his body along with the ball.
Yeah.
Like Jack Campbell, we've been waiting for this fucking game from him.
We have.
He is the one guy we're waiting for this type of performance, and we finally got it. Which I am against DK Metcalf too, by the way, who's an
Yes.
absolute dog of a human being himself. Real quick side note, I'm sorry my ADD does this. Did you see the video of him next to Calvin?
Yeah.
Calvin making him look small.
Calvin making him look
shout
like a
out to
regular
Calvin
human
Johnson.
being.
My God, dude.
Yeah.
Let's not act like Campbell doesn't deserve any praise from that one. The meat missile may have arrived last
That
night.
meat missile may have arrived. Missiles may have touched down. This was a great performance out of Jack Campbell. Like you said, that's something that we've been waiting to see. We've been waiting for him to have his kind of breakout game. And he had that big force fumble against DK Metcalf. He had another pass breakup in the middle of the field. He made some plays in the run game, getting in there, tackles at the line of scrimmage. Jack Campbell had a damn good game. Not better than somebody that everybody in the chat's talking about.
Yeah, they got a list
Amon-Ra
going.
St. Brown. This guy, all pro for a reason.
There it is.
Come on. Or are you talking about
No,
Jameson Williams.
He
Yeah.
had a game too.
dude?
Huge catch and
What a
run.
fucking game.
Huge catch and run.
All of our studs outside Sam Laporta got one.
Everybody eats. Everybody eats, including Alex Anzalone. He was back. You needed Enzo back. It was impressive, and he had a great game in the middle of that defense. But no, seriously, obviously we're going to talk about it. He was one of the most, if not the most important factor on offense. That being Taylor Decker stepping up big time, making play. We're
Grand
obviously going to talk about Kevin Zeitler, they're holding down the right. We're going to talk about Jared Goff. Obviously, he had a perfect game, and he caught a touchdown. One of his best games that he's played
Insanity.
here. When he had that little 360 no-scope, held my breath for a second, but it was a great ball to Jameson Williams. Jared Goff played fantastic. We're going to get into that next. What's the read, Chris?
We got Swiss Insurance.
With the
Swiss
lit read.
Insurance.
Swiss Insurance, guys, right now, rates are finally dropping. It's time to shop them with my guy Mark at Swiss Insurance. Give him a call, 313-530-1698, or call him. Not call him, sorry, send an email. Mark at SwissINS.com. Hit him up.
Double chunk chocolate cookie.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and WoodwardSports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go!
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Join the best youth football league in Metro Detroit. The Boys and Girls Club of Southeastern Michigan's 3C Sports League offers youth ages 5 to 14 with 6 exciting teams to choose from in the locations of Belleville, Detroit, Highland Park, and East Point. All coaches are trained, certified, and undergo background checks. You register for football or cheer at bgcsm.org. And remember, equipment, meals, and transportation are all included. Plus, the chance to play the championship at Ford Field where the Lions play. You saw it rocking last night. Your kids can play there for just $175 per child. Put the youth back at youth sports with BGCSM 3C Sports.
All right. Easy.
All right.
Bro, what are we doing?
Welcome back.
What are we
talk about
like? JG, bro. I got a shtick. I got to carry on. It's been long running. 2 years and counting, brother. Like, what are you doing? 18 for 18. What are you fucking thinking, bro? A perfect game. What am I supposed to do when you have a perfect game? Oh, and a receiving touchdown
and a
to
receiving
it. To boot.
Late hands.
What are you inconsiderate fuck, Jared Goff? I got a job to do here. What are you thinking? No, honest to God, that's the game you want to see him play. That is the offense I want to see these guys play.
Yes.
I mean, a little bit of trickery in there that I did not expect, that I loved, by the way. I mean, the JG receiving touchdown, fucking insane.
Yes.
That was like literally fucking insane.
Wild.
That is one of the most. You would not pick him as like the guy to do that.
No.
Okay. Matter of fact, I heard an analyst speak this morning, and they saw that during the training camp, and he fell down in practice.
Yeah.
I guess it's been in the playbook for 2 years ago. Listen, late hands, fucking beautiful. Like
Amon-Ra put it in a bucket.
What a dime.
My goodness gracious. But 18 of 18, a quite literal perfect game for JG. This is the offense 401 we expected to see, Spencer Morgan Raxter. This is everything. Hey, this is what I want. Listen. 12 of those passes, 12 for 12 out of play action. That's what we want. It's what we've been asking for all season.
Yes.
Run the ball, set up play action, because what have we always credit Jared Goff as being? The best play action quarterback in the National Football League. Do it. Because he does it great.
Just do it. You love to see it. You love to see it. In the beginning, the first couple games, you saw Jared Goff seemed like he was forcing things a little bit. He was trying to get it to his receivers, trying to hit these guys and get them going. In this game, he took his time. He took what the defense gave him. He put the ball where it needed to be to open receivers on time, on target. What we've seen out of him the past couple of years and what we've seen out of this offense the past couple of years. Like you said, 18 for 18, almost 300 yards, 2 touchdowns throwing, a touchdown receiving, a perfect passer rating. This guy was playing out of his mind. He could not be stopped. Maybe Jared Goff, obviously a fan of the Blacks. Like, I think we can say that. Jared Goff is a fan of the Blacks, so maybe we should keep rolling the Blacks out there, and Jared Goff will have performances like this.
Last night during the pregame show, somebody Blacks are out tonight. It's like, whoa, dude.
It was a great performance. I love the black jerseys, by the way. They look sick. I saw people talking shit about them.
About the jerseys?
Yeah.
What?
Dude, the black on black, the electric blue.
Guess who it was?
Fucking, I don't even care.
John U. Bacon.
Oh, of course.
He
beta
definitely.
The only thing I could talk bad about is these ridiculous jerseys that they're wearing.
Oh my God!
I'm
if you
violent,
have,
man,
if you
but I'd like to
announce,
punch him in the face for that statement.
He sucks.
if you put
Truly
your
would.
middle initial like in your name,
Yeah.
you are racist.
Yeah.
Like,
That's a great point. That's a great point.
Robert E. Lee.
Yeah, I never peeped that out.
But no,
Stick to the name.
forget about that. Forget about the haters. Jared Goff had a absolutely fantastic performance. Like you said, this obviously it's easy to say this is how you want to see him play because he had a perfect game. So obviously that's how you want to see him play. But not even that. Just he looked so much more calm than he did in the first 3 games of the season. He was delivering the ball to the open receiver, not forcing it to Amon-Ra, not forcing it to Jamison Williams, taking what the defense gives him and putting the ball on target. It was a masterclass for Jared Goff.
Best play of the night, or at least top 2, because the receiving touchdown is absolutely insane. Probably easily number 1. But yeah, the 360 no-scope.
360 no-scope.
Like that situation is those situations that we talked about previously where, like, if Goff is pressured, he does some, like, Will Levis-esque things.
Stupid
to
shit.
get a little nervous. But then also for Jamison Williams to be the go-to guy.
Yes.
Like, it's just crazy, this offense opening up to, like, that point where, like, everybody's a go-to guy. He's comfortable and giving everybody that opportunity. Was that a third down?
I'm not
I'd have
sure.
to go back and look.
I
But
did.
still.
We were getting rowdy.
We
at
were
second
getting
best.
rowdy.
Shout out to second best, bro.
Yes. Yeah.
That place
That was great vibe.
fucks. Like, second
place was
best is awesome.
Nick, I wish you were there, man.
Yeah.
Happy belated, by the
Happy
way.
belated,
Yeah,
Nick.
appreciate it, fellas. When I think about this game and I think about how this offense was finally firing on all cylinders, it's because you were able to run the ball first. You weren't expecting Jared Goff to throw the ball 40 times like we talked about in the past. When he's at his best, he's getting the ball to his playmakers' hands. You think about J-Mo, his 2 massive receptions. You think about a Laporta getting back in the offense, and it just helps this offense look so much better when it comes down to it. And I want to highlight one guy specifically. Tim Patrick looking like
A solid
more
weapon.
and more comfortable in that Josh Reynolds type role. And
Hell of a
that's going to be
blocker, by the way,
big.
too.
Dude, that's going to be big for Jared Goff and his comfortability. So, yeah, shout out Tim Patrick. Wanted to give him a little bit of shine here because the more
Great point.
comfortable he gets, the more comfortable Jared's going to be, as we saw with Josh Reynolds being relied upon so much last season.
He's big, he gets to his spot, he gets open, and he catches the ball. A big physical receiver is something that the Lions needed. It was something that they needed in this offense. So I'm glad that he is getting his chemistry down with Goff. We saw him catch a couple balls. He was open on a couple more, but not to take anything away from Jared Goff, dude. That was just literally a perfect performance. Literally has never been done before in NFL history.
The most yards out of a 100% completion game.
Yeah.
And I believe the most attempts, too.
He was slinging that bitch,
Then we also
man.
did an NFL team record by going 19 for 19 because Amon-Ra threw, gotten in on the action, too. Like, those jerseys, I don't know if I think Jared Goff will go to Hall of Fame and win Super Bowl this year, but, like, that jersey is going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
You guys will be able to go down Canton and see that jersey in the literal Hall of Fame because what he did was the fucking sick black jersey.
The blacks are back.
The blacks are back. Blacks on top now, boy. No, but that ass, like, how crazy, like, the sickest fucking jersey.
They're so
not gonna be in the
dope,
Hall of
man.
Fame because Jared Goff donned it and went fucking perfect.
They're such dope jerseys. The helmets are so fire. They just look mean wearing those things. And you're on Monday night against a team that's kind of messed you up the past couple of years. You go out there, you take care of business. But just awesome stuff, man.
The other part too, the touchdown on Amon-Ra St. Brown. Amon-Ra, the fucking toe drag
That was
swag.
pretty.
Just a little pirouette in the end zone. My lord.
To keep the perfect game alive.
Yeah, bro.
That Tony toe tap by Amon-Ra St. Brown. Oh, dude, just insane stuff from the Lions offense all game long. Pick who you want. We talk about it. How do you want it offense? And now Jared Goff is a part of the how do you want it offense because he's catching touchdown passes. Like, we knew he was a double threat or a dual threat after the couple rushing first downs he had, but now he's a triple threat because he's running routes, crisp routes, touchdown routes. Like,
I think that's what he posted on his Instagram today was triple threat QB.
hell yeah. I love it, dude. I love Goff's attitude lately. And like I said, that 360 no-scope, we literally saw him do that against Buffalo, and he hit Matt Milano right in the chest.
Yeah, right in the chest.
Matt Milano didn't catch it because he was like, what
Matt
the
Milano was like, the fuck is this guy thinking?
He hit him right in the chest. So when I saw Goff do that, I, not going to lie, held my breath a little bit, but he put it right to J-Mo on the comeback route, hit J-Mo right in the chest. J-Mo made the catch. Just great stuff. And then Jameson Williams. I fucking love this guy,
so
dude.
fast.
He is so fast. He was high-stepping from the 30-yard
hit the
line
emo
on.
button at the 30.
He hit
Literally.
3 emotes on that touchdown. High-stepped in, dunked on the goalpost, and then went and jumped in the stands. I love Jameson Williams touchdowns because you get at least 3 emotes out of each touchdown. It's
the best.
And he paid homage to Calvin Johnson with the dunk on the goalpost.
What a night, man.
What a night.
Yeah.
What a Calvin
getting
Johnson
honored.
night.
All our old Detroit Lions were in the building. The guys that we grew up that made us fans of this team. Golden Tate, Calvin Johnson, for me, Cliff Averill.
Yeah.
I don't think Sue was there.
I don't think Sue was there. Nate
Selfish
Burleson
piece
was
of
there.
shit. Nate Burleson was there.
Herman Moore was there.
Herman Moore was there.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part, too, is Nate Burleson. Not Nate Burleson, I apologize. Cliff Averill is one other Seahawk, too, from the defense, former Detroit Lion, but won a Super Bowl with them, was in that building last night rooting for the Detroit Lions.
Golden Tate?
Golden Tate, that's who it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the guys that literally won a Super Bowl with that franchise
Seahawks.
in the buildings, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go Detroit.
It's about the Lions, man. It's just awesome stuff.
That Kelvin ceremony was phenomenal.
Yeah.
They did
you
such
cry?
a great job. I was getting emotional. I was thinking back to, I mean, when all of us fell, or at least me specifically, when I fell in love with this team, it was you were watching because of Calvin Johnson. Like, this team was unwatchable for the longest time, but Calvin Johnson is what made me fall in love with the game of football and fall in love with the Detroit Lions. So I'm so happy that he was able to get his shine that is so well deserved. I'm so happy that they repaired this relationship.
Yes.
So shout out
Mike
Lions
Disner.
fans.
Shout out Mike Disner.
Mike
Shout out
Disner.
Sheila
Sheila,
Ford Hamp
yeah.
for taking care of this and doing something that was a no-brainer to be done. But another thing about
JMO clip farming.
About JMO clip farming, with like I said, paying homage to Calvin Johnson with the dunk. What makes me love this team so much, JMO does that. Gets the dunk, he hams that bitch. They throw the penalty for it. The first thing he sees when he's coming off the field is Dan Campbell.
He gives him a hug.
Hyping him up, giving him a hug. And then Jake Bates says, "Don't worry, I got you." Knocks down the extra point.
Yeah.
After backing it up 15 yards, goes out there, knocks it down. No harm, no foul.
Real quick,
Shout out JMO. Shout out Dan Campbell. Shout out Jake Bates for having your boys back. I love it, dude. That's team.
speaking
That's the
of
team.
clip farming and memeable moments from last night, how about we're on 3rd and 1 after 2 straight runs with Dave Montgomery. Look over to Dan Campbell on the sideline. He just hits one of these.
Yeah, he said
and then
it.
run it again for a touchdown. He
Yeah.
said, "Fuck, what you mean?
Yeah.
Run it again, boys."
Bully ball,
Yeah,
dude. Bully ball. That's what it is. It's what it should be. You can't stop this team from running the ball. Even without the first-team All-Pro center or soon-to-be first-team All-Pro center, Frank Ragnow, you can't stop this team from running down your fucking throat. With David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs, the best backfield in the NFL, the best offensive line in the NFL. And when you're busting off 5, 6 yards a carry, those linebackers step in, those safeties step in. You hit Jamison Williams crossing the field and get a 70-yard touchdown.
Bro, that was the that's the beauty in Ben Johnson. And I don't have to tell you guys this, but it's been 2 years now I've been watching it. But the same runs they set up, those 12 for 12 Jared Goff play action, same exact fucking play action style.
He was 12 for 12 on play action?
Yeah, 12 for 12 play action. Just run the fucking ball,
run the ball.
and everything will present itself. But yeah, either way, same formation, same running back, everything else. Then JG's pulling it out, whipping it down the field to whoever it may have been at that moment.
You know, your boy was on fire yesterday. I called a lot of these picks. I called a long Jamison Williams touchdown in this game. I called the Kirby Joseph interception, which literally happened in the last second of the last hour of the game. Just like I said, one of the most entertaining football games I've watched in a long, long time.
Without a doubt. Chris, this is one thing I sent in Slack. You just put it up real quick if you didn't already grab it.
Yeah.
This fucking nerd. If Jared Goff had a quote-unquote perfect game, how do you call a better quarterback's performance in the same game?
Yeah, Meadsy, you change your name and profile picture?
That's terrible.
You fucking nerd.
Yes.
If anybody appreciates efficiency, I thought it would be you fucking nerds at PFF. But now here you are trying to parade this guy, Geno Smith. And I like Geno Smith, by the way. He did have a good game.
He had a good game.
56 attempts, but to get that 395 yards.
Yeah, you can respectfully, you can eat my nuts. That was not a better game.
What an insane fucking statement to make.
Yeah, Geno Smith kind of got carried by Kenneth Walker.
I'm sorry. Our motherfucker's going 18 for 18 every other week. That's the first time I've seen it in my lifetime.
Our motherfucker's having 3 total touchdowns, almost 300 yards, and going 18 for 18.
I mean, what are we doing?
I don't think so. Geno Smith threw 1 touchdown. He also threw an interception. He also threw the ball 56 times to get only 100 more yards than Jared Goff in 18 tries. Like, stop it. Stop it, PFF. You were already pissing us off with other things. Get this jabroni out of here. Geno had a good game, for sure.
Such a stupid fucking
Jared
comment to
Goff
make.
was perfect. You can't be better than that.
Take your made-up, subjective stats, turn them sideways, and shove them straight up your candy ass! All right, let's go to break. What bills we playing?
We are paying Mark White and Watch Party.
Mark White.
Mark White.
Mark White.
Mark White gonna do you right. listen, if you guys like to get away from PFF neighbor, then just call my guy Mark White. He save you up to $5,000 on the closing costs of your new home. Dial him up at 248-290-8242. Visit him at markwhitesells.com. That's 248-290-8242. markwhitesells.com.
And
Sorry, those walking bats, man, they're
Spotlight.
in rare form today. Make sure you go check out that Twitter. Shout out to the watch party and the post-game show, the New Holland Brewing Company watch party and post-game show. I literally drank like 40 taller long drinks yesterday. They are so good. Shout out to them and the Tangerine Space Machine. You got Sabbath Coffee Roasters, Soroki Crispy Chicken and Pizza, and 1800 Tequila. Both the watch party and post-game show are live only at Hayes Social, so come out there and party with the boys. We'll be there next week. It's gonna be a blast. Oh no, we're not gonna be there. It's a bye week. Oh shit, what am I gonna do? I get another weekend off? All right, but we'll be back after the bye celebrating a victory over Dallas. Woodward Sports is doing Lions coverage better than anybody in the state.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
So just to get the heated steering wheel, I also had the spring for the bigger rims.
Yeah, that's how they get you. Those upgrades will cost you an arm and a leg every time.
Hey, new car crew, how'd it go this weekend? I got a great deal on mine.
How?
I went to Randy Wise, not those other guys. They got me in a great new ride, and they didn't break my budget. Hey, could you pass me the sugar?
How?
Never mind.
He made the wise choice.
Yep.
Make the wise choice at randywisechevy.com.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. That's exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC. The same great service that customers have come to know and trust on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn and Dane. Find the brands you want at lesstanford.com.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodSports.com. I'm easy, joined by Spimo Raxter,
Hello.
Chris,
Here.
Nicholas Kohloff, a.k.a. Microwave Nick.
Let's go, Gritty Tiggs.
Before we get into anything else or the next topic, we didn't give him a shout out. Shout out to Malcolm, dude.
yeah.
Big sack on Geno Smith.
Rodriguez.
Filling in for some of the duties of Derek Barnes, playing that Sam role. He got
You
a lot
said
of
duties.
snaps today. Duties. Shout out to Malcolm, friend of the network, friend of the show. Just a great dude. And he got in there, Geno Smith, got him down on the ground. Great play. Huge play in the game where he got that sack on Geno Smith.
No, I'm with you. Shout out Malcolm. That's my guy. That's my guy. And
Great
I'm
human
glad
being.
you kind of went there, too, because you had on the sheet, and I'll have this discussion, defense. Real quick before we move on to the conversation about our defense, how about the vaunted Seattle Seahawks defense?
Yeah.
They're ranked 4th or #1 against the pass. Big, bad Seattle Seahawks. Don't nobody want to see them
Getting
boys.
absolutely carved up by Jared Goff.
18 of 18. Perfect game. The first perfect game of its stature and history. Just wanted to point that out. You know, just wanted to point that out. Who you play matters sometimes. That's all.
Saw the post game. Dan Campbell didn't realize it. I don't know if you guys saw any of his comments.
he's like, "Oh, fuck,
he
yeah."
didn't realize it. He would have
He
gave
didn't know
Goff.
that he was 18-18?
No, he would have gave Goff the game ball.
Amon-Ra
He didn't
didn't
get
either.
one.
No way.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's funny.
Yeah, I guess Amon-Ra was doing like a post-game press or whatever, and they were like, yeah, perfect game. He's like, yeah, I had a great game out there. And then he got back, he's looking at the box score on his phone, he's like, you went 18 for 18? And JD's like, yeah, the one completion he had, there's a flag.
Yeah, it got called back.
Yeah, it got called
was
back.
a holding, yeah.
Yep. Just a shout out.
Great stuff. Jared Goff absolutely carved up that vaunted Seattle defense.
Yes.
Seahawks fans are the worst, dude.
Seahawks fans
They
are the
truly
worst.
are. What's your friend's name? Go ahead, tell him suck a dick.
Yeah, tell
Angel,
him.
go suck one, buddy.
Yeah,
Not
Angel-
a goddamn chance. And
Yeah.
you're saying, oh, the Lions never won a Super Bowl. It was, oh my God, I was so happy to beat this Seahawks team, fellas. It's been a while, and we did it where it actually, you know, it matters. Because at the end of the day, that's a big NFC win right there. Like, Seahawks are going to be there towards the end when it comes down to the thick of it in the standings. And I believe that win is going to come massive.
Speaking of telling people
final standings.
suck one, how about the Seattle Seahawks social media team.
Yeah.
Detroit Lions are now 2-0 in games where the opposing team makes a little cute graphic about Ford Field and having some type of ownership in it. You don't. And I suck one.
Yeah, the Blacks were out last night and they took care of business. You know,
all right.
Those jerseys, man, they brought a different aura. And dude, Chris, Penei Sewell's speech is in the download folder.
BBC
Can you put that in there? Because I need to hear that. This, like, I love Penei Sewell. He is my favorite player in the NFL. This guy, dude, he could get me ready to fight an old person. He would get me excited to run through a brick wall. This man tells me to jump, I would say how high. Penei Sewell has become such a leader on this team, not only on the field, but emotionally, and gets these guys juiced before the games. Like D-Mac said, I guess this is what they do for Roman Reigns, like my tribal chief. And yeah, don't make fun of my crooked fingers. I've broken them a couple times.
Let me see.
But
it ain't that bad.
No, it's not that bad.
That's from like texting or something. That ain't like that.
No, I broke it. It's like twisted.
Is mine crooked?
Talking about the one that's like 30 seconds?
Yeah. It's his pregame speech.
Yeah, I got it.
Penei Sewell, the fucking Seahawks. I don't even know who it was in his pregame speech.
Those pesky
saying these
Ospreys.
motherfuckers ain't tough.
Got it right here.
Oh, really? We're not tough? Ask Devon Witherspoon how tough we are, buddy. Let's see what Penei Sewell had to say before the game.
Opportunity of a lifetime. Ever since you was a little kid, you waited for this moment. Hey, we this go all day. Put your body on the line for each and one of your brothers today. We running through a mother greatest day. You hear me? That's the we gonna be on. It's prime time, and we coming out with nothing.
God, look at Brandon Joseph, bro.
One,
He's
two, three.
blocked
1, 2, 3.
Oh my God, man. I love Penei Sewell so much.
I can't wait to get home and watch this game.
Yeah. Oh. I would do anything for that man. Pause.
All right,
No
that's
Diddy.
crazy.
You know what?
No Diddy, no
Let me hit
pause,
that.
no weird shit.
Nah, it just comes off weird.
Hey, I'm not judging, just like to
what?
shoot straight.
Like, what if it was some weird shit?
I wouldn't do it.
All right, just wanted to make sure you said
Depends
it
how
out
weird.
loud. No, but real quick, I want to talk about the defense because you put it on the prep sheet, and obviously the Seattle Seahawks, it's always a duel with them. They put up close to 30 points on us. Is there any concerns on the defense?
I say we go to break and we come back and we answer that.
Okay.
Because show's almost over here, folks. We didn't
But
start late.
but that's all, folks.
What do we got? What's the read?
Woodward Sports merch. The best merch in the game is here at Woodward Sports, the ultimate Detroit swag. Upgrade your apparel. They got hoodies, tees, hats, all that guaranteed to turn heads. Constantly refreshing throughout the sports season. Get your gear at woodwardsports.com by clicking the shop tab today.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday during Big D Energy and Thursdays during Ermanni and Edwards, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that D-Mag trusts. Dr. Jeff Pierce is here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsandSpine.com or call 248-426-9944.
What up, welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on WoodwardSports.com. He's joined by Raxter,
Hello.
Chris, Nicholas Kohloff, a.k.a. Microwave Nick.
Great takes.
Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream, spinning all week. We asked ourselves who's going to step up for Marcus Davenport. I think the entire defensive line did.
I did. I mean,
besides James Houston.
James Houston.
James
To be
Houston
honest,
looked bad.
I got to rewatch the entire game.
He had a couple penalties. He had a couple offsides. He didn't really get at the. James Houston looks lost out there.
Did he?
Yeah. Not good.
Of his old self.
Not a good performance out of James Houston.
Not great, Bob.
Not great, Bob. Not a great performance by the defensive line in general. When it comes to getting Geno Smith to the ground, I won't put it all on them. Geno was making plays in the pocket.
I was going to say, yeah.
Like, Geno was looking damn good moving around that pocket and
He's
escaping
masterful in the
sacks.
pocket.
So I can't put it all on them, but James Houston had a couple bad penalties. Rodrigo obviously got in there. He got a sack. DJ Reader got a sack.
I just rewatched that play, the Rodrigo sack. So they rushed for, but the guy that dropped back in coverage, the defensive lineman, Levi.
It was Levi, yeah.
Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah, Levi dropped back. Rodrigo
Also,
gets the sack.
What tell you guys all week? Well, not all week, but once we found out Marcus is gone, watch out for my guy Levi.
Yeah.
Levi, only credit half a sack. I don't know, who do you split that with, you know?
Probably DJ Reader.
I think it was a DJ Reader.
I think so. They only sacked Geno twice, I think.
Yeah, actually, let me check that out. My guy Levi coming through. As we told you, all off season, the hype was real, and I continue that to continue as well. Hutch streak went cold.
Hutch streak went cold, but it's all right.
Not in a bad way. I'm not trying.
He was back there. He was causing havoc, making plays. He just didn't get Geno down.
I think I saw he was still the highest ranked PFF defender.
Oh yeah, by far.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
He leads the entire NFL in pass rushes.
But it kind of goes back to what I've been saying with him. You know, is that the sacks are a little bit streaky. The sacks are a little bit streaky for him, but I mean, overall, you can't complain about the production. He's still performing at a DPOY level. So.
Yeah, hopefully, he's got a week off now. He can rest, ice his ankles, and then get ready to absolutely harass Dakota Rain Prescott.
Yeah.
That we are going to beat the shit out
I'm
of the
excited for
Cowboys.
that one.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of the most satisfying games I've ever seen. When we just go into Dallas and take a shit all over Jerry's front porch.
If you thought that they played hard today,
Yeah.
or yesterday,
Oh,
I
yeah.
should say, just wait for this game because they remember that game even better than we do. They remember everything
Back
about it.
in Dallas after the heartbreak, off of a bye week. Cowboys suck this year. Like, we're going to destroy them.
Penei touchdown loading.
Penei?
Penei touchdown loading.
I like it. Shout out Skip Bayless tweeting out Aiden Hutchinson is better than Micah Parsons. I don't know if we can find that tweet out.
I mean, another thing about that
big of
matchup, they might not have Micah Parsons.
Yeah. More than likely won't.
Or DeMarcus
They're not going to have
Lawrence.
DeMarcus Lawrence.
What was his official injury?
I don't know, but they said his was worse than Micah's.
Yeah.
So DeMarcus Lawrence is not going to play. Micah Parsons more than likely won't play.
Wow.
Maybe Jared Goff goes back-to-back perfect games.
Back-to-back receiving touchdown.
I mean,
games.
he's going to have all day in that pocket if you don't have those two guys in there. But
You know who's in their secondary is
Trayvon Diggs?
not Enrique.
Yeah.
Monty Warrior.
Oh, Warrior, yeah.
Yeah.
Oruwariye. Well, we know who
Oruwariye.
to target in that secondary. But it was the defense, obviously, they were getting cut up by Kenneth Walker a little bit. Got to take your hat off to him. The guy was just making plays.
He might be the best running back I've ever seen live.
Yeah.
I swear.
That's awesome.
Like, I'm right there at this point. Like, he is so damn good at running the football. Like, I have nightmares still of him running 5 touchdowns all over Michigan as a Michigan fan. But
great game.
Yeah, I mean, every time he just does something special. Like, it seems like every time he touches the rock.
Yeah, he's a freak of nature, man. He's a freak of nature. There's guys like that you just got to, tip the cap. And at least it didn't cost you the win. You're not going to keep him tied. Anzalone literally tried to keep him tied down, and he couldn't twice. Like, the guy just flexed out of 2 tackles and kept his knees and elbows off the ground. It was just insane. Kenneth Walker, amazing game from that kid, man. Spartan dog. Wish you the best, except for when you're playing the Lions.
He's a dog. I'm glad I got him in fantasy. You got him in fantasy, too.
I benched him.
I benched him, too.
I still won, though.
I didn't.
I mean,
he put up 30.
Yeah.
You can't blame us for benching him. Detroit Lions defense.
Yeah.
I benched him. I started Chuba Hubbard, so like
2 total touchdowns.
Exactly. He's like, 11 points off, but it's like Chuba gave you a good game. He gave you a good fight.
I still won, so not hurting it.
I think I doubled up my opposition's points.
Who'd you play?
I forget.
Yeah, but what'd you think about the defense?
I got to rewatch it, if I'm being honest with you guys, to get like an official take on it. And last night I was a little boozed up, not gonna lie. Boys having a good time.
Little Smiths.
Little bit. Shout out to Uber. But,
Shout out to Uber.
I wasn't necessarily disappointed. Like I said, I think at some point you have to credit the other team for making plays.
Yeah.
Like it's just like what Jared Goff did. I actually had the stat here somewhere. It was a 0.69% chance of ever happening again. Nice.
And you know what?
Like the odds of that is 145 of going perfect. It's like nothing, and like you can't expect perfection. It's wild to do that.
Sometimes you just gotta sit back and enjoy greatness, and that's what the Seahawks defense had to do, because Jared Goff was making every play, every single play.
Yeah,
it would have been a flawless game, and you can't do anything. Like, what are you gonna do? Your Seahawks oh shit. Our whole goal was to make sure that Jared Goff doesn't have the best game of all time. He went out there and he dominated, man. He was comfortable. He was making the right reads. He was making the right throw, and he was taking care of the ball, not putting it in harm's way, just absolutely taking what the defense gives him, and that's all you want to see out of him.
Levi O split that sack with our boy Aleem McNeil.
Oh, shout out.
What's also shout to Aleem for
shout
fucking
out
being
Aleem
active
for
for that
playing.
one, dude.
Yeah.
I did not know the way he went out in that Cardinals game looked kind of scary.
Yeah,
and I not only did he play, but he got half a sack too. I love that.
Shout out to Aleem for sure.
We talked about it before. Bye week's coming at a good time for these boys to get back healthy. When you talk about Frank, when you talk about Aleem, when you talk about a Brian Branch that's banged up, this is going to come at a really good time. And like we all just talked about with that Cowboy matchup, watch out Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
And you know damn well the Lions are going to travel there as well when you think about it. They would take over every goddamn stadium in America. And these
Lions fans
are going to be loud and proud, and they're going to have a good reason to. I'm actually excited to see what this spread is when it first comes out, because I think it's going to be a lot.
My boy Debbie Dev's already trying to get us down there. I was like, yo, it depends what the tickets cost. Probably pretty expensive.
Oh, definitely not going to be cheap. But shout out the Tigers, shout out the Lions, taking care of business and handling it. Shout out to you guys for tapping in. We'll be back again tomorrow. It's probably going to be another late start because we're doing another watch party for the Tigers game.
What time does that game start tomorrow?
Same time.
2:30.
All right.
So make sure you tap in. For Easy, for Nick, for Chris, I'm Spencer. We're the Heavyweights, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace. Go Tigers. Go Lions.
Gritty Tigs.